What's up, Steelers family? Welcome back to the channel. You know the drill. Your one-stop shop for all things Pittsburgh Steelers. This team is on a mission to get better every week, pushing through adversity and showing the grit that defines our city. Before we dive into today's big updates, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep our community growing as we ride this wave together. Now, let's get into it. Sunday's matchup against the Cleveland Browns was intense, and unfortunately, it came with a tough moment for the Steelers. Defensive tackle Larry Ogunjobi suffered a groin injury, leaving his return questionable. Ogunjobi was seen heading into the blue medical tent early in the game. He later emerged on the sidelines, but his absence left the defensive line thin. With Cameron Hayward and Keanu Benton holding down the fort, Isaiah Loudermilk had to step up in a big way. The Steelers were already short-handed on the defensive line with Montravius Adams on the reserve/injured list and Dean Lowry inactive. Ogunjobi's injury highlights just how thin the Steelers are at this crucial position. Coming into this game, Ogunjobi had played in all 12 of the Steelers' matchups, starting 10 of them. His contributions this season include 35 tackles and 1.5 sacks, showcasing his consistent impact in stopping the run and pressuring the quarterback. Ogunjobi has been a cornerstone of the defense since signing with Pittsburgh in 2022. After a solid debut season, he re-signed with the Steelers in March 2023 on a 3-year, $28.75 million deal. At 30 years old, he remains a veteran presence and a critical part of the defensive front. Despite Ogunjobi's absence, the defense stepped up in typical Steelers fashion. The next man up mentality shown as Loudermilk, Hayward, and Benton kept the Browns' offense in check. Mike Tomlin, as always, emphasized adaptability in his post-game comments. "Man, you waste energy worrying about the guys you don't have. It's about preparing the guys who are available. That's what Steelers football is about." While Ogunjobi's health is a concern moving forward, this defensive unit proved they can handle adversity. Let's hope the veteran DT is back on the field soon as the Steelers make their playoff push. Another big storyline from Sunday's win is the absence of wide receiver George Pickens. Officially, Pickens was listed as questionable due to a hamstring injury, but some fans are wondering if there's more to the story. GP was questionable, but we didn't feel like he could give us the snaps we needed. We didn't want a small problem to become a big one, so we activated Scotty Miller instead. And Scotty stepped up and made some big plays. While Tomlin kept the focus on team performance, Pickens' absence has fueled speculation. Was it purely injury-related, or was this a disciplinary move tied to Pickens' recent antics? Just before the Browns game, Pickens made headlines for the wrong reasons. Fines galore. The NFL hit Pickens with another set of fines on Saturday, adding to his growing reputation for unsportsmanlike conduct. Questionable behavior. Pickens' sideline antics and occasional outbursts have raised eyebrows this season. Tomlin has always been a team-first coach, and Sunday's game served as a clear reminder that no one player is bigger than the Steelers. The Browns' game showcased the depth and resilience of Pittsburgh's roster. Even without Pickens, the offense thrived thanks to big performances from Scotty Miller, Van Jefferson, and Mike Williams. This win sends a strong message. 1. Team over talent. The Steelers prioritize complementary football, where everyone contributes to the game plan. Feeding one star player isn't part of the philosophy. 2. Wake-up call for Pickens. Watching his team dominate from the sidelines might be the jolt Pickens needs to refocus and align with the team's goals. As Tomlin said, "You can waste a lot of time worrying about the guys you don't have. We focus on those who are ready to play." It was a familiar scene for the Steelers on Sunday as they started slow but managed to pull away in the second half to secure their second consecutive victory. After falling to the Browns back in Week 12, some fans were understandably nervous heading into this rematch. But this time, Pittsburgh turned the tables and showed why they remain a serious contender in the AFC North. The win wasn't just about the scoreboard. It was about resilience, adaptability, and the next-man-up mentality that defines Steelers football. One of the major talking points before the game was the unexpected absence of George Pickens. Listed as questionable with a hamstring injury, Pickens was ruled out just before kickoff. Fans and analysts alike had speculated about the Steelers' wide receiver depth heading into the 2024 season, and Pickens' absence seemed to validate those concerns. But as we saw on Sunday, this team has plenty of talent waiting to step up when the opportunity arises. Head coach Mike Tomlin addressed the media post-game, taking the chance to poke fun at those who doubted the Steelers' receiver room. "Man, there's a lot of noise out there about us not having depth at wide receiver. I think today's performance speaks for itself. We've got guys who are ready to step in and deliver when called upon." With Pickens out, the Steelers leaned on a trio of receivers to get the job done: Scotty Miller, Van Jefferson, and mid-season acquisition Mike Williams. Known for his speed, Miller came up big with several key sideline catches that kept the chains moving. His ability to stretch the field gave the Steelers' offense an edge that caught the Browns off guard. Jefferson made a strong case for more playing time, hauling in a touchdown pass that electrified the stadium. His precise route running and reliability in critical moments are exactly what Pittsburgh needs from its receiving core. Perhaps the biggest story of the game, Williams finally showed why he was such a valuable mid-season trade acquisition. After being underutilized in his first few games with the Steelers, Williams made a spectacular one-handed grab for 22 yards that had fans buzzing. He finished the game with 3 receptions for 36 yards and proved that he's still a dynamic playmaker. Williams' journey with the Steelers has been a bit of a roller coaster. After catching the game-winning touchdown in his debut, he mysteriously disappeared from the game plan, going 3 straight games without a target. But with Pickens sidelined, Williams showed he can be a legitimate weapon in Pittsburgh's offense. His performance against the Browns not only helped secure the win, but also put pressure on the coaching staff to involve him more moving forward. Fans have been vocal about wanting to see Williams in a bigger role, and Sunday's game might be the turning point. As Tomlin often says, it's about seizing your moments. Williams did exactly that. Coach Mike Tomlin didn't hold back when addressing the media after the game. The narrative surrounding the Steelers' supposed lack of wide receiver depth has been a hot topic all season, and Tomlin made sure to set the record straight. "You guys spent all off-season talking about what we didn't have at receiver. Look at what we did today without one of our stars. It's not about individuals, it's about the collective effort." Tomlin's comments reflect the Steelers' culture of team-first football. While it's easy to focus on star players like Pickens, Sunday's game was a reminder that this roster is full of talent, ready to contribute when needed. 1. Ogunjobi's recovery. Fans will be eagerly awaiting updates on Ogunjobi's status. His leadership and experience are vital as the Steelers gear up for tough matchups down the stretch. 2. Pickens' role moving forward. Will this week serve as a turning point for Pickens? The young receiver has the talent to be a superstar, but he'll need to channel that potential into consistent, team-first play. All right, Steelers fans, now it's your turn. What do you think about Larry Ogunjobi's impact on the defense? How concerned are you about his groin injury? And what's your take on George Pickens? Is this a wake-up call he needed, or is it time to worry about his attitude? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading what you guys think. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. We've got more updates, analysis, and all things Steelers coming your way. Let's keep this momentum going. Here we go, Steelers Nation, here we go.